everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media, and we're talking pro wrestling again. So I moved over to film in front of my pro wrestling collection next to me here. I thought it would be a good change of scenery for this one. I'll also mention I am filming directly next to my working air conditioner unit, so I apologize if the audio for this one is not up to par. But with that said, not only do I have some more physical media pickups in the world of pro wrestling, but I have a little subscriber mail, which I know what it is because he contacted me before he sent them my way, and it's pro wrestling DVD related. And so perfect time to bust this guy open and see what's inside. Before we do all that though, if you have a quick second, please hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right in to another pro wrestling physical media haul. So if you guys have been watching these over the past couple of months here, you might remember me talking about my issues getting WrestleMania 32. I'd ordered it 3 times, and every time it got canceled and or lost in the mail. So I finally ordered it again, and it arrived. So I now finally have WrestleMania 32 in the collection. So this means that I have now 1 through 33, I think. 33 or 34. Let me look. It's 33. 1 through 33 in the collection on a physical media format. A lot of those early ones, like 1 through about 20, are on VHS, but hey, that's okay. I still have them in the physical media format. And now, of course, WrestleMania 32. So this is one that is not the best, but it does have Sting in a WrestleMania match. Even though he loses when he shouldn't have, it's still fun to see. So yeah, very happy to have this one in the collection. That said, I'm just going to keep going here because I talked about the last one that got lost in the mail. Well, it showed up. So I now have 2 copies of WrestleMania 32. And then along with this one actually came the other pickup, John Cena, My Life. So this is from, when is this one? Early 2000s, or mid 2000s, 2007. And it is just a documentary about his life and some matches on there as well. Now, unfortunately, both of these, the discs are extremely messed up. So even if these were like legit and I didn't get refunded for these on eBay, I'd probably be returning them just because the discs are just super messed up. So I don't even think I'll be able to like sell this one or anything. And I don't know if My Life will play, but hopefully it will. I'm going to hold on to this and then I'll just probably give this to the thrift store or something because like I said, I don't think it's going to work. But yeah, very happy now that I finally got WrestleMania 32. At least I got 1 working copy, so that's a plus. Can you guys make that out? I was just looking at the discs again. Look at how bad that is. And that's just one of the My Life discs. Like, I can't imagine that's going to play. I was trying to figure out which one was the good version of WrestleMania 32. And frankly, disc 2 on my clean version still isn't that good. But like, when you compare it, because this is what the WrestleMania 32 one looked like, that was supposed to be in working condition. But look at that. It just looks awful. So I'm sure these are not going to play. So they'll likely end up at the thrift store. But anyway, moving along. Next up is a random disc replay find. This is Stone Cold Steve Austin, the bottom line on the most popular superstar of all time. And this is actually a really cool one because it's a 4-disc set, which is awesome. So you get a ton of material. I want to say it's like over 10 hours of material on this. Yeah, approximate running time is 10 hours. That's insane. Stone Cold is one of my all-time favorites, so I was really happy to find this one. I was surprised I didn't already own it. I'm fairly certain I own one of the Stone Cold ones on Blu-ray behind me, but yeah, this one I didn't have, so I was very happy to find this one and add it to the collection for like $4, $3, something ridiculously cheap. So a really good disc replay find. Stone Cold Steve Austin, the bottom line on the most popular superstar of all time. So I'll shout out the YouTube channel Wrestling Bios. It's a great channel if you like they do a Reliving the War series where they look at Nitro and Raw every single week, and it's awesome. On top of that, they do kind of like random reviews as well. Really great channel. They have a huge subscriber base, so if you do pro wrestling, you probably know about them. But on that, he mentioned this Best of Raw After the Show DVD. I'd never even heard of this before, but I guess what this one is after like Raw or SmackDown goes off the air, sometimes they'll do like house show type things where they'll get on the mic, do funny things or just kind of weird things that they don't want on television because they don't want them to be like canon to the story that they're telling. And that's what this is. This is 3 discs worth of things that happened after the show went off the air. And like, that's awesome. And he praised how cool it was. And so I figured, you know what? I need that in my collection. I found it for really cheap. So on eBay was this one. So just to give an example, like, let's see on here, there is Stone Cold Steve Austin and Goldberg confront Eric Bischoff from 2003. There's a Ric Flair celebration from 2003. Moolah's 80th birthday from 2003. The Rock and John Cena joined forces from 2012. Like John Cena versus CM Punk from 2011. So like just random different things that happened after Raw went off the air. Like, that's interesting to me. It's kind of like a behind the scenes look, but not really. It's just like non-canon things that happen. And it gets them, you know, kind of their more real personalities come out in a lot of these things. So I'm excited to check this one out. Like I said, never even knew it existed until that, whatever video I was watching from Wrestling Bios. So very happy to add the best of Raw after the show to the collection. So now I'm going to move on to TNA Impact DVDs. And this first one here is actually the first ever TNA 3-hour pay-per-view. So prior to this, they were doing weekly television programming in like, I think there were 2-hour pay-per-views every week. They were $10 and that's how they're doing their show. Well, eventually they switched to a more standard format where they had monthly pay-per-views at 3 hours. This is the very first one. This is Victory Road 2004. And the reason I grabbed this one is because of the reason that I actually delayed in filming this video. Because I was actually purchased this along with the second 2004 pay-per-view, or TNA pay-per-view, which also happened in 2004. I can't remember which one it was now, but I ordered it on eBay and they haven't even shipped it yet. And that was over a week ago. It was supposed to be here yesterday. So unfortunately, it's just not coming or it's not here yet. I don't know, but that's the reason I got this one is because I realized, oh, I have the second one. I might as well get the first one. And the reason I grabbed the second one is because Macho Man Randy Savage was in it. And so that was just cool to me. So I wanted to grab it. But yeah, so this is the first like official or kind of standardized pay-per-view from TNA. Victory Road 2004. The main event on this one is the NWA World Heavyweight Title ladder match with Jeff Jarrett versus Jeff Hardy. And it says featuring Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I was very happy to find this on eBay for a good price. I was worried it might be more expensive just because it's their first, but it wasn't. It wasn't bad at all. So hopefully I will get the second one here in the coming days, but we'll see. The jury is out on that. So that is my TNA one, and everything else is TNA related. But let me get this one open so I can share with you guys what Rob sent over for me. All right, so I have opened this one up. So after my last pro wrestling haul went live, I was contacted by a subscriber to the channel whose name is Rob. And he said, hey, just so you know, I live in Canada and they have Impact DVDs or TNA DVDs pretty regularly at this place that he goes. And so he went to one of his shops, he found some and sent me a picture and said, hey, what of these do you want? And so I told him which ones I was interested in, and he was nice enough to send them my way. So Rob, thank you so much. I appreciate it so very much. One of my first like subscriber mail interactions, and so that was awesome. I really appreciate it. All the way from Canada, so shipping could not have been cheap on this, but I appreciate it. So let's bust this first one out here and see what we have. All right, so this is TNA Wrestling Fandemonium. And what's cool about this is it has the, so Beer Money Inc. and Motor City Machine Guns. So this was the one that I was like not totally sure on, but it turns out what this is basically like a best of DVD for both of these teams. So it says here on the back, like, witness the very best of Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley straight from the Motor City of Detroit to Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. And so what's cool is that this is a very smart, Rob, taping these down so they don't fall out. So yeah, 2 DVD set of this Fandemonium collection. So that's awesome. Cannot wait to check those out. I especially love the Motor City Machine Guns. Obviously, they're Detroiters, so I'm kind of a mark in that way. And then the other one he sent over, so there's one DVD, but there's actually a couple sets in this. He just included it in one to save on shipping, which I totally get. And I have like a million extra DVD cases from things I'm trading, so that's fine. This is really cool though. This is the history of TNA year 1. Like, how awesome is that? So of course, all from 2002 to 2003. You can see the match listing on the back there. Very excited about this one. So with that said, let me open this up and I will pull out some of the other cover arts that are in here so you guys can see what else was sent. I think there might be one more. Yeah, one more. And it is Destination X 2005. So this one has Jeff Jarrett versus DDP for the world title. There's an Ultimate X match, a First Blood match with Kevin James and Kevin Nash and Kip James, excuse me. So that's really cool, awesome. And I think these are both 2-disc sets. Yeah, so disc 1 and disc 2, and then disc 1 and oh, you know what? There must be another one in here. Let me get this opened up again. Yep, there sure is. So the last one here is Turning Point 2005. Very cool. So this one we have Jeff Jarrett versus Rhino in the world title match. Speaking of Detroiters, huge Rhino fan. Actually ran for like city council or something in the city that I used to live in when I was a kid, right next to where I am now. So big Rhino fan. So that's awesome. You can see the match listing there. So yeah, so now I just got to get these into a couple of regular cases and I will be good to go. But Rob, this is awesome, man. Thank you so much for thinking about me when you were out and about. I really appreciate that and cannot thank you enough for sending these over my way. All right, so there is another stack of pro wrestling DVDs, and I love it. I was actually at Disc Replay the other day, and somebody came up to me. I was holding one of these in my hand, and he says, I cannot find these anywhere anymore. And so we were talking a little bit about that, how Disc Replay just doesn't have wrestling DVDs like they used to. A few years ago, they were always stacked with them, but now they're becoming a little harder to find and so a little bit more desirable, I think. And because of that, more difficult to come across when I'm out shopping for them in the wild. So thank you again to Rob, man. I really appreciate you sending those all the way from Canada. I say all the way, like it's probably like a 40-minute drive to get to his place from where I am because we're so close here in Detroit. But either way, very excited and happy they were able to send them my way. So thank you so much for that. And let me know down in the comments below if you guys have watched any of these pay-per-views or any of these documentaries. Let me know what you love, what you didn't like, and anything else down in the comments below. I appreciate and love all of that support. So thanks so much for that. But as always, if you guys enjoyed this one, please hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk wrestling, I talk all things media. Books, movies, video games, graphic novels, manga. If it's media related, I'm interested in it. And if you are too, you might consider subscribing. Oh, let me know what you thought about WWE Night of Champions and Double or Nothing from AEW. If you watched those over the weekend, had a blast watching those with my buddies. And so yeah, let me know what you thought about those also. I had a great time with both the events. But anyway, that is it for today, guys. So again, thanks so much for watching. And I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.